Okay, in this video we're going to go over your mastery cycle assignment. Now, we've already spent a lot of time talking about what is a learning progression, gave you kind of an idea of how you can build learner progressions. You have some examples of what they look like. Here's some samples on some other learner progressions. You even watched a video. You can always go back and take a look at that video as well. We also talked about creating student rubrics, which we have named as authentic student goal setting. We gave you some examples of student rubrics. We showed you what it looks like in our classroom, and we also had a short video on that as well that you can go back and look at. We talked about proficiency scales, and we talked about how they're built in, and the district's going to be utilizing those and making those for us to ensure that we have a K-12 systematic approach. We had a video for that. So now we are on to the mastery cycle, like I said. Now, our mastery cycle inside of a normal classroom, we want to provide students with lots of options. That's what we normally do. So you can see here, this is from an actual classroom. So this is from a reading. This is actually a second grade classroom that this is in. And in this classroom, the teacher, you can see here, the students would go to 2.6, point of view. The scope and sequence was built off of iReady's actually, so if you're wondering about that, the students were able to digitally request items, but we weren't utilizing that throughout the main process. Where it says videos, that's where the instruction was happening. Then students were given directions on where they can go practice in the classroom. And then what I was alluding to is the fact that in the mastery cycle, you want to make sure you're giving options. Now, this is a bad example because we're not giving you a lot of options in this per se in terms of how to demonstrate your mastery. Everybody is going to get to choose, they'll get some choice as to which one of the main parts of the PCBE model, which were these parts right here, learner progressions, authentic goal setting, student rubrics. Those, you're going to get to choose which one of those that you want to do it on, but you're going to be sharing and presenting that back to us. So the main point of what I'm trying to say is, in your classroom, you're going to want to give options. For example, this one, the students were able to create a Google slideshow. You can see 13 students chose to make a video posting. They can request a plain old worksheet. They can also create a poster for their room. And as you do this more and more and more, you're going to create more and more options that kids can do. And make them even better, more problem-based, and those kinds of things. So this is this was this teacher's first run at getting all of this in place. So the point of what I'm trying to say is your assignment is not going to have lots of those options, but you want to make sure when you do this in your PCBE model, that you create options in that mastery cycle, and they should be application. So for your assignment, your assignment is to create one of the items listed below. And I'm going to bring that in here in a second, so that you can utilize it next year. We'd love for you to share the document with us. So what I'm saying is, what I want you to do is to create one of these items below here. Create a learner progression, create an authentic student goal setting, which is a student rubric. You would need a learner progression for that. Proficiency scales, you wouldn't want to create that because the district's going to do that, but we want you to try to explore one of these options on your own and take a look at that, and then do it in an authentic way. And then if you'd like to, share it back with us. If you share it with us, we could take a look at it, give you some feedback, and then you could get a little bit better, and we could all learn and grow from each other. So that's your assignment. Have fun. Get after it.